Make stuff you love and talk about stuff you love, and you'll attract people who love that same kind of stuff. It's that simple. This is a quote from Austin Kleon in his book, Show Your Work. I recently finished this book, and it's one of the many kicks that I've received to start creating content and posting it online. So this YouTube video is going to be my introduction to the internet. Kleon has 3 main arguments in his book for why you should be showing your work. The first is that documenting your process actually helps improve your process. The second reason is that showing your progress is a form of self-promotion that feels more natural and comfortable and not that icky feeling is what he calls it. And then the last is it creates a valuable feedback loop between you and your audience. Up until recently, I hated posting online. I posted on my Snapchat story maybe twice, 3 times a year, and Instagram half that. And I realized that it was mainly because I felt like I didn't have anything valuable to post, that people wouldn't care what I thought. And frankly, I kind of believe that it's true. I think people don't necessarily care about what you're doing on your weekends. The change that I would like to make moving forward is that I'd like to create content that I'd be happy to post online, because I feel like it would provide either entertainment value or educational value to the people who are consuming it. So what do I know? Being a 20-year-old male with very limited professional experience and haven't even graduated from college yet. Well, I'm a strong proponent of the growth mindset, and I think the growth mindset is being aware that I don't know a lot, but that if I wanted to and I set my mind to something, I could learn whatever I wanted. The example that I'd like to use is that I truly believe if I wanted to, I could win a Nobel Prize in physics, even though I dropped out of Physics 1 freshman year of college. The reason that I think this is that I would just need to dedicate every second of my life and sacrifice everything for the next century, let's say, and then I could maybe get there with a bit of luck and enough hard work. I'm sure many would argue that this is completely false, that some people are just born so much smarter and no matter how much work you put in, you wouldn't be able to win something like the Nobel Prize in physics. But I think my example holds true. Anything good in life requires hard work and sacrifice, and the greater the achievement, the greater the sacrifice. So I'm well aware that there's a world of knowledge that I'm currently missing, but with the current state of the internet and the things that we have access to, the education that we have access to, I think the only thing between me and learning whatever I'd want to learn is time and hard effort. I'm aware that if I want to create content and be somewhat successful and reach a large audience, I do need to find a niche that fits me. And I believe that if I keep on consistently posting, I will eventually find that niche. But as of right now, I believe I am definitely a jack of all trades, which unfortunately does mean master of none. But fortunately, the thing is I don't need to be an expert in whatever I'm teaching. I just need to know it a little bit better than the person I'm teaching. This ties into the first of the major arguments, that documenting your process helps your process. Teaching is a fabulous way of learning, and by posting what I'm learning online and trying to teach, it'll keep me accountable to keep diving deeper into the subjects. C.S. Lewis once said, "The difficulty that we want him to explain is one that he has recently met. The expert met it so long ago that he has forgotten." This means that I'm in a much better position to teach the topics that I'm learning about than someone who learned them 20 years ago. The steps and thought processes that I went through while I was learning are still fresh in my mind, and there's no way that the expert could still remember what they went through. Thus, my ideal audience member would just be me from 1 or 2 years ago, a young, ignorant college student who doesn't appreciate the value of hard work. Another realization that I recently came to was that I don't have to do anything creative anymore for my school or for my job. It'd all be in my free time if I were to do it. Growing up, being creative is fun and natural, and your parents and the school system all promote creativity. But as you get older, this just seems to subside for whatever reason. So in the same way that your muscles will atrophy if you don't use them, so will your creative brain. Therefore, I'm very excited to start using my creative brain more than I have in the past. Being a creative person allows you to solve problems in an innovative and new way that hasn't been done before. And creatives are the only reason that we can progress society forward, which in our current day and age is very important. Especially with advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning, computers are becoming a crutch that we're using for our creativity. By creating this type of content, I feel like I'm going to have to kick that crutch from under me, and I'll actually be able to benefit and strengthen that creative brain that I've been lacking recently. Don't get me wrong, these tools are going to be super important in the coming years and used widely for efficiency and productivity purposes. I think that it is important, though, that humans are still doing the creative work. Now, I'll briefly talk about consistency and accountability. These two things go hand in hand. Consistency is about always showing up, even when it's not the easiest thing to do. Motivation comes and goes, but consistency was gonna have to stay. My definition of an accountable person is someone that you can always trust to complete their responsibilities. Over time, accountability leads to credibility, and credibility is going to massively benefit you in every area of your life, whether it be work, business, relationships. The reason for this is people can come to you because they trust that you'll get what you need done, and then you're going to have much more opportunities available to you because of that. Creating this YouTube video has been quite a difficult task for me. Over the past couple months, I've been wanting to start doing this. I've had the facilities to start doing this, and I just haven't because I've been scared of it not being good enough. Well, alas, it wasn't good. It's pretty terrible, but I know that I'm going to just keep on showing up and being accountable and consistent. And over time, I'm going to just improve at this craft. If it's something that I like doing, I'm going to stick with it. I felt like it was pretty fun. So, if you like what you see and you have good expectations for the future, like and subscribe, I guess. Is that the thing? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.